dwarf likes caves.
We must have done enough to draw the attention of the clerics by now. Shouldn't we meet with them?
Hello, Kenzie. How are you? Okay, sorry about that. I was having a quick little phone call right when I started stream, so I'll try and remember to trim the start of this one. Actually,
voice search. I recommend some content to watch.
I'm like, okay, note to self to try and trim the start of this video, because Otherwise, it's just going to be the pause screen for like the first couple minutes. But anyways, welcome. I'm back at it with Dragon Age Inquisition again. Picking right back up where I left off last time. So we're still pretty early in the game. A letter in an empty home. Breathe this. I know you escaped with the other mages, and I know you'll come here. Father told you that if I ever strayed, he'd put you down himself. If you're here, you know he's dead, but I'm not. I'll be killing apostates and waiting for you at Old Phoenix Place to the north. I've got Father's sword and my true brothers in the Templars. Come if you're man enough. Bien.
Interesting reading. Could be worth a look.
What's in here?
Mother Giselle should be somewhere nearby. Kill them all! Inquisition forces. They're trying to protect the refugees.
Looks like they could use a hand.
Hold. We are not apostates.
I do not think they care, Seeker.
Still here. Oh, here.
One down.
We are not Templars. We mean you no harm.
Doesn't look like they're listening.
Be ready. More coming our way.
That's the end of it.
Got him.
There are mages here who can heal your wounds. Lie still.
Don't touch me, Mother. Their magic is...
Turn to noble purpose. Their magic is surely no more evil than your blade.
What?
Hush, dear boy. allow them to ease your suffering.
Mother Giselle.
I am. And you must be the one they are calling the Herald of Andraste.
I'm told you asked for me.
I know of the Chantry's denouncement, and I am familiar with those behind it. I won't lie to you. Some of them are grandstanding, hoping to increase their chances of becoming the new divine. Some are simply terrified. So many good people, senselessly taken from us.
What happened was horrible.
Fear makes us desperate, but hopefully not beyond reason. Go to them. Convince the remaining clerics you are no demon to be feared. They have heard only frightful tales of you. Give them something else to believe.
That won't just make it worse.
Because you are a mage?
That too.
Let me put it this way. You needn't convince them all. You just need some of them to doubt. Their power is their unified voice. Take that from them and you receive the time you need.
It's good of you to do this.
I honestly don't know if you've been touched by fate, or sent to help us, but I hope. Hope is what we need now. The people will listen to your rallying call, as they will listen to no other. You could build the Inquisition into a force that will deliver us, or destroy us. I will go to Haven and provide Sister Leliana the names of those in the Chantry who will be amenable to a gathering. It is not much, but I will do whatever I can.
Corporal Veil is coordinating the Inquisition's efforts in the area. We should speak with him. How do you write as you do, Varric? I can never find the proper words.
You? Right? Really?
I've needed to describe events in reports. They always come off as...
Dry, boring, lifeless, stale.
Hi, Gooby.
You are
How are
an ass.
you?
Just helping you find those words.
Please, somebody, my wife needs help.
What's wrong with your wife?
She gets
Nice. Almost off work. Nice.
Can't catch her breath like cobwebs.
Or are you
Our
just
son
ready
Hill makes
for
a
it to
potion
be
that
that?
lets her breathe. He's the only one who can make it, but he's joined that cult in the hills.
I'm doing good. Just playing some Dragon Age. Oh, hi Ben. Tired from work, but happy to be home. Oh, hi Cheeky. How was work today? One more hour to go. Could be nice. Almost done then. Okay, I can talk to this person.
Welcome back. Please hurry.
That's the last of the bread. Going to be a long, hungry night.
These people need food.
There are rams out in the hills. Good eating, cooks easy, and no lords around to kill you for poaching. Too dangerous to go hunting now. More likely to find mages than luck.
Good luck.
Luck won't put fat in your ribs.
Ram meat. Get some ram meat.
Would that I could.
Of course.
I'm pleased to hear it.
Here's Corporal Veil.
You're with the Inquisition. Corporal Veil, thanks for your help. The Mages and Templars don't seem to care who gets caught in their war. The refugees here are in dire need of help. If the war doesn't kill them, cold or starvation will.
You were concerned about refugees starving.
Yes. Many of them brought food, but they expected to be home by now, or safe in a city. There's a hunter up the hill who has some ideas.
Is there anything we can do to help people deal with the cold?
I asked the Inquisition to send blankets. You'd think I was asking for a wagon of raw lyrium. A recruit named Whittle is trying to make what we can bring in last. If you have any ideas, talk to him across the road.
What can you tell me about the man who's supposed to be getting horses for the Inquisition?
Horsemaster Dennett. He lives on a farm to the west. Tough old fellow. We haven't heard from him. Best we can tell, he's holed up until the Mages and Templars are done killing each other.
What other problems do these refugees face?
We've got some injuries that go beyond stitches and elf fruit. I know healers are in short supply. But if you can find someone in Redcliffe to help us, it would save a lot of lives.
What can you tell me about the Templars?
All the Templars were called to Val Royeaux not long ago. These bastards ignored the order. Now they're killing rebel mages, along with any refugees they think are mage sympathizers. Every Templar I've ever known has wanted to protect the common folk. These men defile their order's good name.
What can you tell me about the rebel mages?
The real rebels are up north in Redcliffe, dug in and taking care of their own. The ones out here are just apostates, locked up in the circles all these years, and now they've gone mad with power. The rebels in Redcliffe have washed their hands of them. But wish we could do the same.
Farewell.
And you as well.
Make good use of it. This would be a good place to set up camp.
Yes. It's good. Heal everybody.
Nothing to report, sir. Nothing to report, sir.
Yeah, it's well waterfall.
They can take you.
That tower is impressive, even as a ruin. I wonder what dreams it might hold.
Saga of Tierda, Bright Axe, Avar Mother, Second Stanza. Thelm gold-handed, fingers greasy, jeweled rings from glitter shone. Took in tribes in time's trouble, fed them, fat to weaken bone. Warriors great, in great number, sun-kissed swords to fight his wars, drake-scale shirts, their bodies covered, heart wine stained with salty shores, told his tribe a tale of treasure. Over sea to north it gleamed, whispered words to drive the droves to Golden City, where he dreamed. Counseled quick and dreams alone, voices wiser than a man ignores. Push the tribes until they screamed, heed the dreams, and cross the waking. Saga of Tirda Brightaxe. Oh, here's the first stanza. Tell the tale of Tirda Brightaxe, mountain maker, spirit's bride. Free her people, forged in fastness, made in mountain hardy hide. Wise in wisdom, calm in counsel, great in her gifts, her grateful guests. Sacrifice she did to spirits, took their teachings, followed quests. Bright her axe, unbreaking crystal, stirred to flame when Templar flies. Gifted from her leaf-eared lover, laughing lady of the skies. Best of blades all have tried, maidens spurning all requests, teared a bright axe, dreamer's eyes, Avar, mother of her making. buddy home. The Orlesian Empire, there are many lords and ladies in Val Royeaux, and I mean this literally. Once the system of noble titles in Orlais was labyrinth. There were barons and baronesses and baronets and sub-barons and a horde of others, each with its own origins and its own nuance of comparison. The Orlesian aristocracy is ancient and much given to competition. All the nobility play the grand game, and it is known, whether they wish to or not. It is a game of reputation and patronage, where moves are made with rumors and scandal as the chief weapon. No gentle game, this. More blood has been drawn as a result of the grand game than any war the Orlesians have fought. Of this I am assured by almost every gentleman here. As far as titles went, everything changed with the coming of Emperor Dracon, who established the Orlesian Empire as it exists now and who created the Chantry. There is no more venerated figure in Orlais. In Valra, the statue of Dracon stands as tall as the statue of Andraste. Dracon determined that grand game was tearing Orlais apart, so he abolished all titles besides his own and Lord and Lady. I am told with some twittering amusement that this action did not end the grand game as Dracon had intended. Now the lords and ladies collected unofficial titles rather than the official ones, such as the exalted patron of Cassius Clay or uncle to the champion of Trems. It is a headache to remember such titles, and one winces to think of the poor doorman at the balls who must rattle them off as each guest enters the room. The aristocracy is different from Ferelden in other ways as well. The Orlesians' right to rule stems directly from the Maker. There exists neither the concept of rule by merit nor the slightest notion of rebellion. If one is not noble, one aspires to be, or the least aspires to be in the good graces of a noble, and is ever watching for a way to enter the patronage of those better placed in the grand game. And then there are the masks and the cosmetics. I have not seen so much paint since the kennels at Hyber, but that is another story. From Beyond the Frostbecks by Ban Tarek of West Hill, 920 Dragon. Mosaics.
I have heard that your books are very popular, Master Tethras.
I do all right.
I am glad of it.
Really? No sarcasm? No superior attitude?
We live in a dark and angry time, Child of the Stone. So much of what people believe has come crashing down. If you bring them a little peace with the worlds you make between the pages, you have done more than most.
With both Templars and mages here, they profit greatly from smuggling lyrium.
Wow. letter found on a corpse. She told us right and proper, son. 3 times around the crown statue, right hand close enough to brush the stone itself, and the spirits will listen. Everything else has been done. We slipped a silver to the chantry to save grandfather's body from the burning, and he's buried close by. 3 times around, always turn around, and the spirits will bring him back to us. Go now. Don't be afraid. Oh, log stand. Saga of... Oh, here's the 3rd stanza. Honey-tongued was Thelm of Tyrda. Gifts of gold and steel to start. Wanted Tyrda's men for warriors. Stolen tribe from stolen heart. Cold her tribe the gold hand counseled. Lean from winter's wind knife chill. Be my bride and cross the waking. Eat the gilded city's fill. Tyrda bride axe fraught with fury. Crystal axe head stirred to blaze. Heated well her leaf-eared lover. Unabashed by lustful gaze. None shall break my tribe apart, not with demon words that kill. Fear my fury's fiery rays, dream words lie, their thirst unslacking. Just go crayon.
There are defenses prepared ahead. Prepare yourself. Well, I got stuck in the rock there.
Nothing to report, sir. Nothing to report, sir.
What's with the skull?
Look at this. The apostates have gone mad with power.
I see just as many Templars.
We must continue on if we are to secure the Alliance.
Me to handle that?
Dwarven rural town. Within the diamond quarter of Orzammar lies the Chaparade, a branch of dwarven society so ancient that the dwarves themselves do not know when or where it began. They are the keepers of history for a people who have never known the sun or seasons, and who track time by the lives and deaths of kings. But they are not mere historians, they are craftsmen, for the living history of the dwarves is not written but forged. The memories of the dwarves call their records are runes painstakingly crafted from Lyrium, which contain the actual thoughts of the shapers who made them. The making of runes is not restricted solely to the shapers. The most commonly useful kind are crafted by many members of the smith caste from Lyrium and other magically reactive metals that can imbue a variety of fascinating new properties to an item when properly applied, just as the runes of Tevinter design do. The runes are found everywhere in dwarven artwork, and not all serve a practical purpose, at least not one that's known. They are carved onto houses and storefronts. They are embroidered on garments, etched in glass, or even painted on chamber pots. The meaning of the symbols themselves are sacred knowledge kept by the Chaparade. They are not, as many surface folk believe, the written language of the modern dwarves, but rather are remnants of a lost language that predates Orzammar, the dwarven kingdom, and even the tens of thousands of years of history recorded in the memories. The Chaparade recognizes the meanings of a few dozen dwarven runes. Memory, obviously, is used for their record keeping. Many have not so much been translated as inferred. Runes which decorate both armor and load-bearing architecture might very well mean strength or endurance. New symbols are unearthed now and then in the fallen bags, brought back by the Legion of the Dead and jealously hoarded by the shapers who struggle to find their uses and origins. Were these symbols an earlier version of the written Dwarven tongue, a language that fell into disuse, replaced by the modern King's tongue? It is hard to guess, and the memories offer us no wisdom. From In Pursuit of Knowledge, Travels with a Chauncey Scholar by Brother Benevidi.
I cannot say what it is, but there must be a reason the skull illuminated the object.
Witchwood. This stanza. Tirda, Bright-Axe, bold and bloody, took her tribe from placid plains, tribes with blades by farming blunted, chased and fought their parting pains. To the mountains shorn of shelter, snow-slicked peaks gave wind its bite, found a cave to save her tribe, but dragonfire led the night. East no blade could break came roaring, mountains slipped their winter gown. Tirda shouts to leave your lover, you I choose above a crown. Lightning split the spitting rain, sundered over prideful heights. Dragon fell and rubble down, crashed and crushed in earth's mats shaking. Oh, dragon. Oh. That was like in the ice. Sixth stanza. Tirda, Bright-Axe, proud her tribe, free from fallow, fat below. Built in battle, fed on fighting, strong from struggle did they grow. Deep in caves the stone men tribe, Hendir's warriors, stout and strong, meet the tribe with axes ready, armor gleaming, sword blades long. Spoke with Tirda, did her lover, gentle whispers soft she made. Dwarven hearts were sundered, simple, still with honor. Thus she bade, let the tribe the dwarf men know, in their caves where they belong, not with battle but with trade. Hendir's dwarves give peace unbreaking. Level 5.
This place is unpleasant.
You've got nowhere to go.
properly be called a war any longer. It's a free-for-all. Mages against Templars against everyone.
Synergize. Char. Dropping. Shard.
You think the Inquisition could maybe find out what these things are?
Fort Connor. Fort Connor was constructed by young Arl Eamon after Orlesians were driven from Ferelden. It was named in honor of Eamon's father. who died at the Battle of West Hill, and after whom the Jarl named his son. Eamon was determined for Redcliffe to stand as a shining example of Ferelden strength. He constructed Fort Connor to watch the King's Highway and protect the hinterlands against all enemies. It proved his fortitude against Darkspawn during the Fifth Blight, suffering damage only when the Darkspawn deployed emissaries. Eamon said proudly at the time that Fort Connor was unbreakable by anything short of magic, and for that, thank the Maker, we have Templars. Except from Living Redcliffe by Sister Dorcas Warren. That's a chest. Templar encampment. Brothers, we must listen to the call of the Maker himself, who has given us the duty to destroy these mages. By their rebellion, they have fortified their right to live. They forfeited their right to live. They are not people, and any order that asks us to end this just and righteous battle is a lie, a test sent by him to separate the faithful from the foolish. Join us off the West Road and fight for a worthy cause. A letter written in a crisp and educated hand. What do you want, Paul? Come here. Paul. Good boy.
think you need practice dummies made of sturdier stuff.
That would be nice.
Like maybe iron.
Did I do the right thing? What I have set in motion here could destroy everything I have revered my whole life. One day they may write about me as a traitor, a madwoman, a fool, and they may be right.
What does your faith tell you?
I believe you are innocent. I believe more is going on here than we can see. And I believe no one else cares to do anything about it. They will stand in the fire and complain that it is hot. But is this the Maker's will? I can only guess.
What's going to happen now?
Now, we deal with the Chantry's panic over you before they do even more harm. Then we close the breach. We are the only ones who can. After that, we find out who is responsible for this chaos, and we end them. And if there are consequences to be paid for what I have done, I pay them. I only pray the price is not too high.
You didn't have any choice.
Didn't I? My trainers always said, Cassandra, you are too brash. You must think before you act. I see what must be done, and I do it. I see no point in running around in circles like a dog chasing its tail. But I misjudged you in the beginning, did I not? I thought the answer was before me, clear as day. I cannot afford to be so careless again.
It wasn't like you had no reason to suspect me.
I was determined to have someone answer for what happened. Anyone. You've said you don't believe you're chosen. Does that mean you also don't believe in the Maker?
I'm Dalish. I believe in our own gods.
And there's no room among your gods for one more? I suppose it doesn't matter now. I have to believe we were put on this path for a reason, even if you do not. Now it simply remains to see where it leads us. It occurs to me I don't actually know much about you.
What do you want to know?
I'm not sure. Where are you from?
My clan never stayed in one place for long, though we primarily roamed the free marches.
Oh? I didn't think your people roamed that far north, but clearly I'm mistaken. I'm told some members of your clan might still be alive. Do you intend to go back?
I might, once this is done.
It will not be the same once you do.
I'd like to get to know you better.
You would?
Is that a problem?
Not entirely. I'm just curious as to your motivation.
You're a very suspicious person. You know that.
When it's warranted.
I can see why you have so many friends.
As you wish. My name is Cassandra Pentagast, daughter of the Royal House of Navarra, 78th in line for the Navarran throne. I joined the Seekers of Truth as a young woman, and was with the Order until they withdrew from the Chantry. I remained as the Divine's right hand, carrying out her order to form the Inquisition. And here we are. That's all there is to know, my lady.
So you were the right hand to the Divine?
To Divine Justinia, yes. And Divine Beatrix before her, in fact. The position is normally reserved for Templars of the Knights Divine, but my circumstances were unusual.
Unusual how?
You don't know the story? Thank the Maker. I will tell you if you wish, but it isn't as exciting as some drum it up to be. The short version is that I once saved the previous Divine's life. My reward was becoming her right hand.
But what does a right hand do, exactly?
What is your hand capable of? It gives, it takes, it beckons. It makes a fist. Liliana and I extended the Divine's reach beyond the Grand Cathedral. We went where she could not. After Beatrix, I was tired of the position and wanted to return to the Seekers. But Justinia convinced me to stay. Her vision for the future gave me hope.
You thought she could really change things?
Justinia knew the war was coming long before it began. She tried to avert it, but the forces arrayed against her were too strong. Sometimes you have to break a bone so it can be reset. That's where the Inquisition comes in. It was to be the answer. A means to preserve as well as an agent for change. I only wish she had lived to see it.
I'll let you get back to work.
Okay, here we go. So we just unlocked the Codex, the Seekers of Truth. The Seekers of Truth aren't Templars, not precisely. Once they were called the Inquisition, but upon the signing of the Navarran Accord, they gave up that name and became the order they are now, standing over us Templars as watchers and enforcers. I honestly cannot claim to know more than that. I don't know how many Seekers there are, a few dozen? If they have a base of operations, I don't know where it is. Certainly not with any of us. The only time we'll see one is when a Seeker is summoned, or perhaps in response to a complaint by one of the first enchanters. They'll investigate the problem, and if it turns out a Templar did something they don't like, he's disciplined. Severely. Without question. Even the Knight Commander bows to their will. If a Seeker of Truth shows up, you know every last Templar is sweating, hoping their gaze doesn't fall on him. Of course that changed when the Navarran Accord was broken. I'm told that the Chauncey broke it, but it was the Lord Seeker Lambert who made the announcement. He said the Seekers of Truth and Templar Order were going to hunt rebel mages no matter what the Divine commanded. I didn't know he had that authority, that he could just say we would do this and everyone would follow, but he did. I never thought of it that way, but the Seekers have always been our guides. Now they've led us into this war. From a letter written by Sir Jonathan Perry, 940 Dragon.
Come on, you've seen our mounts. Most of them should be pulling plows. Right. Well, I thought I would...
Who outfits the Inquisition soldiers?
Not me. I've got work to do. Can't be passing a sword to every blighter who signs up. If you want to help the troops, talk to Thren, the quartermaster. She'll set up requisitions.
Goodbye.
Right.
Maker, though the darkness comes upon me,
Mother Giselle willing to offer. I shall endure.
Can you really put a price on the love of Andraste?
Greetings.
You must speak with most everyone here. How are people doing?
Hope and fear in equal measure. No one really knows what it means when an Inquisition is called. Yet, I imagine it's no better for you. You've got my sympathies, for what it's worth.
Until later.
Stay safe.
Still got demons pouring out of the rifts. Come to me, child, and I shall
Welcome to Skyrim. Wait a minute. This isn't Skyrim. How you doing, Hyacinth?
You're worried about the rifts. I understand that.
This is Elden Ring! Correct again.
Need something?
The red lyrium we found at the temple seemed to upset you.
My brother Bertrand and I sort of discovered...
Hey, I'm very good. Did this just... Yes, this is a new game. Very, very brand new. Just released today.
Bertrand brought it back to the surface, and, well, everything's gone downhill.
This is the second DLC for Elden Ring. They just surprise dropped it on us today.
How did the red lyrium get in the Temple of Sacred Ashes?
I've never played the Dragon Age games, but I do have them, and I've been wanting to play them. I would recommend this one. I would just start here.
That's not a cheery thought.
I tried playing Dragon Age 2. It's okay. It's just a little older, so it's a little funkier, uglier. So I didn't finish it. I couldn't get all the way through. I thought, it was very interesting. The world was interesting. The story was interesting, but just the environment was just ugly. I think they was quite a leap up to this game from 2. I haven't played Origins either, but I imagine it's kind of the same thing. As far as they're just way more dated.
So what is it? Just another kind of lyrium?
The red stuff is lyrium like a dragon is a lizard.
But I know there is a through storyline. I know, poor ugly game, so sad.
I've written to every mining cast house in Orzammar. No one's seen this stuff before or knows where it came from.
What makes it special?
Regular lyrium can mess you up pretty badly, but you have to ingest it for that to happen. Red lyrium messes with your mind when you're just near this.
I think the real big issue is that there was just this, the main, town you're in, this brick wall. It's just this wooden, and everything is the same awful wood texture everywhere. I was just just got tired of it.
I think that's enough on red lyrium.
When I got out of that, other areas looked a lot better, but just that main area that's your hub or your base kind of area. So it's just like, it's just hard to like go from this game like to a worse looking game. Oh, there's a big crowd of people there.
Your kind killed the most holy. Lies. Your kind let her die. Shut your mouth, mate!
Enough!
Knight Captain.
That is not my title. We are not Templars any longer. We are all part of the Inquisition.
Yeah, for sure. I find it hard to start old Metal Gears because I'm so used to 5. Yeah. It's like...
I'm curious, Commander, as to how your Inquisition and its herald will restore order as you've promised.
Of course you are. Back to your duties, all of you.
But I'm very excited for Veilguard, which is 64 days away. It's coming October 31st, Halloween. Because that looks actually really pretty. I know some people didn't like the art style. I mean, I don't know how many people, or just if it's just, whenever anything changes, there are people that don't like something. But I like the art style. I think it looks good for the next one. Here.
Secret Ask told me that he...
You're back. And in one piece.
You said you thought Master Tajan was working on something special. If it helps, I found his notes.
The old codger was on the edge of a breakthrough here, but he couldn't see it. You want some of these mixed up? You just give the word.
Oh yeah, the Ratchet and Clank, the newest one, Rift in Time. That was like the first Ratchet and Clank game I played. And after playing that, I didn't really have any desire to go back and play like older Ratchet and Clank games because I just really liked that one, like the one that I think it was like a PS5 launch game. It's just it's just hard because it's like I just feel like a lot of there's certain franchises, it's like they hit that sweet spot or they have that really good games, and then it's like if I had played all the other ones from the start, I wouldn't care. But like starting there and then going back, it's just like, well, why don't I just play the really good one again? Or, there's like just so many games to play.
Farewell.
Okay. So I came back to base. I wanted to sell some stuff. Oh yeah, I get it. It feels like something has been removed from you when you go backwards, whereas if you start from the beginning, you'd at least hope everything has been an upgrade, right? Yeah, and oh my gosh, the Rift in Time Ratchet and Clank game, oh my gosh, it's so fun. Like, mechanically, it's just so fun. The gameplay.
Which is why we require a proper authority to guide them back to order.
Who? You? Random clerics who weren't important enough to be at the Conclave?
The Rebel Inquisition and its so-called Herald of Andraste? I think not.
If the proper authority hadn't completely failed, the Conclave wouldn't have been needed.
I'm not even looking at this man while I talk to him.
The Chantry and exalt a murder? What of justice?
That won't help restore order in the here and now.
Order will never be restored so long as this rebellion is allowed to fester.
Remind me why you're allowing the Chancellor to stay?
Clearly, your Templar knows where to draw the line.
He's toothless. There's no point turning him into a martyr simply because he runs at the mouth. The Chancellor's a good indicator of what to expect in Val Royeaux, however.
How widespread is the violence between mages and Templars?
Impossible to say.
Your organization flouting the Chantry's authority will not help matters.
With the Conclave destroyed, I imagine the war between mages and Templars is renewed with interest.
I'll make sure they see reason in Val Royeaux.
I pray you're right.
She already over?
Apothecary Adon will have more courses for the injured as soon as possible.
How fares your quest to seal the breach?
I'm doing everything within my power.
A task, such as closing the breach, is a heavy burden. I hope you do not carry it alone. We remember Andraste, but Andraste did not carry the Chant of Light alone. She had generals, advisors, and though it is considered heresy to say it, she had the aid of the elf Chartin. Do everything within your power, but remember those who would help you.
I believe in elven gods.
Fair enough. But Andraste lived, and her deeds, however shrouded by myth, have their basis in fact. If you do not believe the Chant of Light, at least consider it a map of the dangers you might face. In any case, I pray this Inquisition proves less brutal than its predecessor.
Is there anything I can do to help you or your people?
My healers would benefit from more supplies. We have run short of even common goods with so many wounded. If you could deliver this list and the items on it to Quartermaster Thren, she could get us what we need. It may not seem like much, but it would enable my healers to save many lives.
Can you tell me about the original Inquisition?
The original Inquisition was formed after the First Blight, well before the Chantry as we know it. The Inquisitors were hunters, zealots, who tracked and killed cultists and dangerous mages. As Andraste rose to power, the Inquisition came into her service. Instead of hunting those who would do harm,
You know, this game has good lore, though. Lots of lore.
No wonder everyone is so nervous around us. Who chose that name?
Divine Justinia herself. I understand that this was not a popular decision. In any case, once the Chant of Light had spread far and wide, there was less need for zealots. The Inquisitors became the seekers of truth, and eventually the Templars.
That's a very dumb thing. We can show me a brick texture. Yeah, of course.
And now the Inquisition has been called again to restore order by force.
Do you know what impresses me most about the original Inquisition? They fought horrific battles, killed and died for their cause, and when it was time, they put their swords away. Perhaps the name was Divine Justinia's message, that when the Inquisition is needed, it will strike without mercy. But when its work is done, it will put its sword away.
Farewell.
Make her go with you.
Okay, so let's see how close can. Okay, here's some of the brick. Or like stone. Let's see, is that the same?
There was no word for heaven or for earth, for sea or sky. All that existed was silence.
And then there's a different texture there. Trying to get closer. How's that?
There was no word for heaven or for earth, for sea or sky. All that existed was silence. Then the voice of the Maker rang out. The first word.
Oh, there's another one.
Word became all that might be.
There's like a brick above the door. And there's like this brick columns here. This isn't me talking in the game, it's just something I find very interesting, but it looks like they're actually using really outdated texturing methods. It looks like they're trying to make the game more accessible than other games have been lately. Oh yeah, I mean, this game is 10 years old, so... Oh, this is the one. Yeah. Yeah, this one is.
And let the world once more see your favor.
I thought you were. I thought you were joking, and that's why I was playing along. Because you're like, "Oh my gosh, is this Sky?" You're like, "This is Skyrim. No, this is Elden Ring. Oh no, this just came out, right?" I was committed to the bit. I was committed to the bit. Yeah, no, this is this one is this came out 10 years ago now, in 2014. Literally, I've never played any of these games. Yeah, the new one is coming out in October. It's coming out on Halloween. So that's why I'm replaying this one. Like, I was like, damn, this looks like a PS3 game, but I won't be. Yeah, it was early PS4. Earlier, like. Probably could have. So then I'm trying to remember if Dragon Age 2 was probably on the PS3 or maybe even the PS2, because it's like, I mean, think about the time gap between, I don't know, I have to see what the time gap between this and 2 and Origins is, because obviously this is having a 10-year time gap before the next one, so it's been like, we've been waiting for a long time. But I know they had like, I don't know if they had to like start over, and they had like their creative director leave, and like just like it's been a bunch of things that have been like, yeah, okay, yeah, it's funny, pretty much. So the textures sort of look like a photo. It's probably PS3 or PS4. Elden Ring and stuff don't actually use photos. They would make them all with software. Gotcha. The Divine Chantry Hierarchy. The Divine is the titular head of the Chantry. Although since the schism split the Imperial Chantry into its own faction, there are now in fact two Divines at any one time. One Divine, informally called the White Divine, is a woman housed in the Grand Cathedral in Val Royeaux. The other, known as the Black Divine, is a man housed in the Argent Spire in Minrathous. Neither divine recognizes the existence of the other, and the informal names are considered sacrilegious. No matter the gender, a divine is addressed as most holy or your perfection. So very like the Pope. Beneath the rank of divine is the Grand Cleric. Each Grand Cleric presides over the numerous chantries and represents the highest religious authority for their region. They travel to Val Royeaux when the College of Clerics convenes, but otherwise remain where they are assigned. All Grand Clerics are addressed as Your Grace. Beneath the Grand Cleric is the Mother, or in the Imperial Chantry, the Father. If a mother is in charge of a particular chantry, revered, not reverend, is appended to her title. These are the priests responsible for administrating to the spiritual well-being of their flock. A mother or revered mother is addressed as Your Reverence. Brothers and sisters form the rank and file of the chantry, and consists of three main groups: affirmed, initiates, and clerics. Affirmed are the lay brethren of the chantry, those regular folk who have turned the chantry for succor. What does that mean? Often they are people who have led a difficult or irreligious life and have chosen to go into seclusion, or even orphans and similar unfortunates who are raised into chantry life. The affirmed take care of the chantry and are in turn afforded a life of quiet contemplation, no questions asked. Only those folk who take vows become initiates. These are men and women in training, whether in academic knowledge or the martial skills of a warrior. All initiates receive an academic education, although only those who seek to become Templars learn how to fight in addition. Clerics are the true academics of the Chantry, these men and women who have dedicated themselves to the pursuit of knowledge. They are often found in Chantry archives, sages providing over libraries of books and arcane knowledge. The most senior of these clerics placed in charge of such archives are given the title Elder, although such a rank is still beneath that of Mother. All other brothers and sisters are addressed simply by noting their title before their name, such as Brother Genitivi, from a guide for ambassadors from Rivian. I knew there was a new one coming out, and I was like, must be this one. You've both sometimes played day one games on the stream before, like Forspoken and Dragon's Dogma. Yeah, definitely. And I will be playing it. I will be playing it day one for sure. The Veilguard. So you're just 2 months early for that stream. I wonder if I can only open that. I can only open these if I choose. Okay, I went back in 2 months and try not to make a fool of myself then. No, it's all good. It's all good. Get out of this basement.
Researcher Minay wishes to verify that the
The Inquisition cannot remain, Ambassador, if you can't prove it was founded on Justinian's orders.
This is an inopportune time, Marquis. More of the faithful flock here each day. But allow me to introduce you to the brave soul who risked her life to slow the magic of the breach. Mistress Lavelan, this is the Marquis Durelion, one of Divine Justinia's greatest supporters.
And the rightful owner of Haven. House Durelion lent Justinia these lands for pilgrimage. This Inquisition is not a beneficiary of this arrangement.
This is the first I've heard of Haven having an owner outside the Chantry.
My wife, Lady Machin of Denham, has claimed to Haven by ancient treaty with the monarchs of Ferelda. We were honored to lend this use to Divine Justinia. She was a woman of supreme merit. I will not let an upstart order remain on her holy grounds.
Interesting, considering the Inquisition was begun by the left and right hands of the Divine.
I've seen no written records from Sister Liliana or Seeker Pentecost that Justinia approved the Inquisition.
If you won't take her at her word, I'm afraid Seeker Pentagast must challenge him to a duel.
What?
It's a matter of honor among the Navarans. Shall I arrange the bout for tonight?
No. Perhaps my reaction to the Inquisition's presence was somewhat hasty.
Well, dude, do you want to fight? Do you want to fight over it? He's like, no.
Want her passing to divide us. She would, in fact, trust us to forge new alliances to the benefit of all, no matter how strange they might seem.
This outfit is cool, though.
The Inquisition might stay in the meanwhile.
I'm so pleased the Marquis isn't tossing us out into the cold.
His Grace is only the first of many dignitaries we must contend with.
You expect more people in Haven?
Undoubtedly. And each visitor will spread the story of the Inquisition after they depart. An ambassador should ensure the tale is as complimentary as possible.
The Inquisition is lucky to have you as an advocate, Lady Montillier.
Thank you. Let us hope so. Thedas's politics have become agitated as of late. I hope to guide us down smoother paths. But please excuse me. I've much work to do before the day is done.
We will study that. You're the Herald. Or, well, the one they're calling the Herald, anyway. It's odd to see them accepting a mage as their hero. Especially a Dalish elf. One look at your face and it's clear you were never part of a circle. My name is Maeve. I research demons and other creatures. Seeker Pentagast and I use what I find to help the soldiers fight them.
I found something the demons left behind. Can you use it?
Yes, that's very helpful. Just leave it there and the Tranquil and I will examine it. Please tell me if you find something. You've brought back some fascinating things. We're putting them to good use.
You said Cassandra has you researching creatures.
Yes. If you find anything interesting in your travels, I'd appreciate you bringing it to me. I may be able to find some weakness our soldiers can exploit when fighting various creatures. At the least, some materials are useful for making potions or gear for the Inquisition.
Why did you decide to research dangerous creatures?
I like the outdoors. The idea of the outdoors, anyway. When some monster is coming at you, glowing eyes and burning claws, it's terrifying. But once you know how it works, you can deal with it. It's just another part of the world. So much of this world is only frightening because we don't understand it.
You said you were a mage?
No, just an apprentice. Circle mages must prove themselves in a ritual called the Harrowing. I was never very good at magic.
That means earlier when I said I had some of the Dragon Age games downloaded that I was thinking of playing, this is the one that's downloaded. Yeah, I mean, I recommend this one definitely. This is probably my 4th or 5th time playing through.
You said that you were keeping some of the Tranquil safe.
Yes. The mages took some
You know,
when my circle
obviously
rebelled.
it's 10 years old, so that the textures are
Most circle
not.
mages look down on the Tranquil, or try to pretend they don't exist. They don't have any emotions. They can barely take care of themselves. Can't defend
They're not
themselves at all.
perfect. It's not a perfect game for sure. It shows its age here and there, but I definitely it's got a really good story. There's a lot of like history and stuff that you can find all throughout it in the game.
But the Templars,
That's really fun.
mistreated them just because they
Like,
could.
I definitely think if you're a fan of Elden Ring, you'll like that part of it as well.
Doesn't really matter now.
You know, I like that there's just like a lot of
I don't like using magic to fight. I'm not good at
a
it.
lot of like
I like
character stuff
I like
and
performing
relationship
rituals to help us
stuff
unlock the secrets of the Veil. I like having
and
the Templars around to
romance.
keep us safe.
Mages need
I didn't
protection.
even pay attention to what she just said there, but I'm like, yeah, I agree.
Born into a Dalish clan. I lived there until my magic manifested. The Dalish cannot risk having too many mages in one clan. And I was one more than they could bear. They gave me a pack and sent me into the woods to find my own life. I was 7 years old.
My clan never did that. We sent those gifted with magic to other clans, or...
I stumbled into a village, starving and cold a few weeks later. I started using magic to scare predators away. The villagers saw me make fire in my fist. They were terrified and wanted to kill me. Templars saved me from them. They gave me food and clothes and took me to the Circle. I've seen what life is like without the Templars, and I want no part of it. I just want to study.
I'll speak with you later.
Thank you again for what you've brought back.
When there was no sky maker, you were the sky. These truths the Maker has revealed to me, as there is but one world, one life.
Broken bridge. This bridge was broken recently, most likely in fighting between apostate mages and renegade Templars. A letter found on a dead body. Take it back, take it back, take it back. Dreams won't stop until you take it back to the Western Fortress. They will never stop. You will wake up screaming and find notes written by your own sleeping hand. Take it back, or I will draw allies to do it for me.
Do you have like a healing potion?
Yeah. Yeah. I was using that earlier. A regeneration potion. Oh, good. The spare demon got me. Okay. It's because it has that like ice beam. Ooh, okay, those were like level 12.
Yeah, you're farther than the
Yeah, no, I've just been trying to like explore random.
No normal wolf would fight with such determination.
The breach may have driven them mad, or perhaps a demon took command of the pack.
Nothing to report, sir.
So, set up camp or keep moving?
Nothing to report, sir.
A letter and an empty helmet. Engine, they're telling everyone to leave until the mages and Templars stop burning everything down. I saw the way the merchants were looking, though. If we just flee, they'll pick our houses clean. I'm taking our little project to the cave in the hills up north. You know the one. It'll be safe there until this all blows over. Hustle.
I suppose this must be Master Dennett.
Let's look around.
So you're the Inquisition, eh? Here you're trying to bring order back. It's high time someone did. Never thought it'd be a Hallow-rider from the Wildlands, though. Name's Dennett. I served Arl Eamon for 30 years as Horsemaster. I hear your Inquisition is looking for Mouse.
It is. Can you help us?
Not at the moment. I can't just send 100 of the finest horses in Ferelden down the road like you send a letter. Every bandit between here and Haven would be on them like flies on crap. You'll have mounts once I know they won't end up as a cold winter's breakfast.
That sounds more than reasonable.
Glad to hear it. My wife Elena manages the farms and Bron's in charge of my guards. They'll tell you what they need. Until then, you deserve something better than whatever knock-kneed plow neck they gave you. The chestnut over there is a purebred Ferelden forder. Take care of him, and he'll take care of you, Inquisition.
Bottle of Titus. Carnal. 869 blessed. An Olesian liquor for the daring, or those who wish to seem so. Said to enhance sensation. And at the bottom, an erotically carved peach pit. The design is plain, but the bottle assures that the act of carving was scandalous. Just look around your house. Hard and High Town, Chapter 1. They say coin never sleeps, but anyone who's walked the patrol of Hightown Market at midnight might disagree. The pickpockets and confidence men head to the taverns at dusk. The dwarven businessmen and nobles go back to their tiny palaces to fret over the ways they got cheated, and the market falls silent. Donan Brenovkovic knew every angle of the market with his eyes closed. 20 years of patrols had etched it into him, so that he walked that beat even in his dreams. The recruit, Javelin, was another story. The ring of steel striking stone told Donan that the kid had stumbled into a column again. His new armor would be full of dents by sunrise. Torches would make this easier. The sound of Javelin hauling himself off the pavement was like a tinker's cart crashing. Torches make you night blind. You'll adjust. Donan crossed the square to help the kid to his feet. A breeze scurried across the plaza, sending the banners and pennants shivering and carrying an old, familiar scent. Donan stopped in his tracks. Something's wrong. His voice was low. Warning. He peered into the dark, up at the mezzanine just above him. Follow me. Be ready for trouble. The two guards climbed the dark stairs, and there, in a puddle of shadow, found the body. Gold-trimmed satin glittered through the blood. Get the captain done, sighed. We've got a dead magistrate.
I heard what my man said. If you want our horses, then we need our farmers back safe in their fields. Since the breach appeared, the wolves have gone mad. They come after our men like beasts with the water sickness. You deal with the wolves, and our farmers will be safe again.
How are these wolves acting differently from normal?
Normal wolves go after livestock, but come at them with a torch and a blade and they run. These beasts, though, it's like darkspawn during the Blight, or when the dead rose to attack us. They're possessed, or something like it. I've lost too many men to the beasts. I won't endanger more.
Farewell.
Good day to you.
Fancy trying out one of my courses?
What kind of racing are you talking about?
I set up a course over there with stakes in the ground. It's too narrow to race directly, so I time it with a sandglass. You try to ride the course before I call time.
I'll try one of your courses.
Wonderful. Get your horse and I'll set up the stakes. You make time. I'll throw in some of the dress money Father gave me. Consider it a donation to the Inquisition. Nicely done. Fancy another race?
Set up the next course.
Great. Go get mounted. I'll put up the stakes straight away. Nicely done. Fancy another race?
Set up the next course.
Great. Go get mounted. I'll put up the stakes straight away.
Almost got tricked there at the end, but I figured it out.
I'll be dipped. You've mastered every course I set up.
I'll be dipped. Start saying that. I'll be dipped.
I spy with my little eye.
No.
Oh, come now, Seeker. I'm just trying to be friendly.
Try to be quiet instead.
When you brought me along to talk,
What's horse doing?
there is the thought.
That was some riding.
Where's this fifth one?
The Master doesn't want me handing those refugees weapons until they've got any hope of defending themselves.
If you put up a few watchtowers, we'd all have more warning before the next attack.
You said you had a way to help the refugees.
I do. There are too many hills in these parts. Good places for raiders and bandits to gather. I've marked good spots on the map. You set up watchtowers there, I'll talk to the master and get your people weapons.
Farewell.
letter at an abandoned campsite. Come to me, my love. The dreams have guided you this far. Now I write these words with your own hand, for you to read when you wake. You are so close. Come to the tree on the hill where the stone lady stands, bearing Valandaris, so that I know you, and we can finally be together forever.
Must be the wolves Master Dennett's wife warned us about.
That cave could be the lair of our strange wolves. Demon dead, the farmers should be safe from the wolves.
I expect the wolves are also pleased to be freed from the demon's control.
You deal with the wolves, and our farmers will be safe again.
The wolves should be back to normal now. There shouldn't be any further trouble.
That's good to hear. I'll send word to the farmers and let my husband know what you've done. It may not seem like much, but you've given this land hope it desperately needed. Thank you. I've put out the call to the farmers. I appreciate you driving those wolves away.
Just like that. Should we surrender?
I have heard rumors of...
To work?
At your service. Let's see what we have.
All right, y'all. Thanks for hanging out today. I think it's a good place to stop for today. We got through quite a bit of the hinterlands areas, some missions there unlocked. So yeah, I'll be back soon playing more. Definitely my goal is to get through the whole game before Veilguard comes out. So 64 more days till Veilguard. All right, thank you all. I'll see you next time. Bye.